Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Yesterday we have come to the point of how do we fall in life. Verse number 62, page 47 and 63. We will read it and then try to understand. Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangasteshu pajayate sangat sanjayate kamaha कामात् क्रोधो विजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. How we fall in our life? What is the reason that we become so weakling and become the cause of our own self-destruction? What is the cause? So these are the steps through which we fall. So if we can arrest our fall at any point, we have done a great favor to ourselves in our life. So which are those steps? First, dhyayato vishayan pumsaha. When we start thinking about something, just some fancy, I wish I get iPhone 12, latest one, but I don't have money, what to do? But I can always cut somebody's pocket. Once your mind takes to fancy for something, the mind will start spinning and more thoughts about that particular object will be generated in your own mind. Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha. Then, second thing, sangasteshu upajayate. Then we become extremely attached to that theme. See? This is how a boy and a girl, they fall in love. They don't rise in love. See? When you fall, you get hurt. And that hurting is called as marriage. Because they have fallen in love. We have to rise in love. So here, first, we start thinking about something, imagining all fancy, that is followed by sangasteshu upajayate. We become extremely attached to that theme. Without that, nothing is important. Second step. Third step, sangat sanjayate kamaha. Further, it becomes concretized and it becomes desire. Kama means desire. So how the desire is formed? First we start imagining, and then that imagination becomes very real, and then we want that to happen. Third stage. Then kamat krodho vijayate. Now this is very important thing. Desire or kama can have two ends. Either our desire is fulfilled or it is not fulfilled. When the desire is not fulfilled, unfulfilled desire expresses as anger. When we want something, it doesn't happen, we become angry. So, when the desire is not fulfilled, krodho vijayate. The anger is bound to come. Suppose the desire is fulfilled, then we want more and more. So, the desire ultimately ends up in two things. Either anger or greed. We want more and more. There was a young couple, and the boy was from Rajasthan and girl also. So the boy's friends told him, look here, from day one you have to be very strict with your wife. She should be afraid of you. Then only you will be able to rule her, otherwise she will climb on your head. So remember this thing. This was the advice given by his friends to this newly married boy. So he started following it. He will never talk soft and lovingly. I want food. Give immediately, otherwise. So she was shaking. No, I'll give you. Then, where are my shoes? Get them polished and bring them here, otherwise. So this otherwise became so much frightening word for that newly married girl, and it continued, and she was shaking and doing the things. One day she was washing the utensils, her hands were all soiled, and this man, he wanted to go and take bath. So he shouted, I want to take bath. Where is the hot water? Get hot water, otherwise. Now she was all the time listening this otherwise. That day she said, I cannot get it because my hands are soiled. Otherwise what? He said, I will take cold water bath. See, friends, we are unnecessarily afraid. See? So this boy, he became greedy. I want more. In the 17th chapter, Bhagavan says, these are the three gateways to hell. One is Kama, Krodhas, Tatha, Lobha, Tasmat Etat Trayam Tyajet. Trividham Narakasthedam Dwaram Nashanam Atmana. These are the three gateways to hell by which we are destroyed. They are desire, anger and greed. And if you just look within yourself, we are all the victims of these three anomalies, three diseases of the mind. So, krodho vijayate. Then, krodhat bhavati sammohaha. The fifth step, when you are angry, you are deluded. You don't know where you are, what you are supposed to talk, what you are not supposed to talk. You lose your control and become absolutely deluded. Krodhat bhavati sammohaha. And sammoha smriti vibhramaha. Then smriti vibhramaha, you forget that you are where and whether you should behave in this manner or not. Everything is forgotten. And thereafter, after smriti bhamshat buddhi nashaha, then all the wisdom, all the discrimination, all the values of a cultured individual, everything is lost. And buddhi nashat pranashyati. We are destined for self-destruction. Therefore, friends, it is extremely necessary when we are functioning in this world, remember these three things. This is our gross body, what you can see each other, there is a gross body. Second is the subtle body. To understand, we call it as a mind. And third is the causal body. We do not know who we are. Three things. Out of these three things, body doesn't have any problem. The causal body, ignorance also have no problem. All problems are in the mind. And where is the desire? Desire is only our own imagination. It has no value. It is not our natural condition. And therefore, we have to again and again remember, dhyayato vishayan pumsaha. Are we all the time thinking about some fantasy and then go on imagining? No. Remain alert and see whether mind is taking us for a ride or we are controlling the mind. So, buddhi nashat pranashyati. And therefore, if we have to lead our life according to Gita Yoga, ragadvesha viyuktaistu vishayan indriyaischaran atmavashcher vidheyatma prasadam adhigacchati. Now he who is leading his life, ragadvesha viyuktaha, this also I told you. Raga, dvesha. Raga is liking and dvesha is not liking or disliking. If we are not coming under the influence of our personal likes and dislikes, we will never be miserable in life. What happens? We are carried away by that. I like that, I don't like that. And our things come to us what we don't like and we become miserable. So raga dvesha viyuktaha, the one who is not under the influence of personal likes and dislikes, and vishayan indriyaischaran, with such a mind he is moving in the world. So how can we do this? This principle also I told you. Give yourself zero choice. Accept the world, the situations cheerfully, happily as they come. Otherwise we will be all the time demanding, I want this, I want that. You know what is affluence or prosperity? Affluence or prosperity is giving too much of choices to oneself. This is one of the reasons why we, after we take to sannyas, we have to practice this. Give yourself zero choice. So we are given one particular type of dress. Now the same dress. You go to temple, the same dress. Go to toilet, the same dress. Go to the school, the same dress. Go for a walk, the same dress. No choice for clothes. Lesser the choice we give, happier we are. More the choice we exercise, miserable we are. Therefore, ragadvesha viyuktaistu vishayanindreshcharan atmavashyair vidheyatma. Because such a person is atmavashya, he is under complete control of his own faculties. And vidheyatma, he is working with wisdom, with understanding, with discrimination. Prasadam adhigacchati, he attains prasad. Now this is another technical word. Prasadam is what? We go to the sweet meat shop and tell, 1 kilo prasad dena. No. We say, give 1 kilo of sweets. We buy sweets, we don't buy prasad. And then we take that sweets to Hanumanji's temple. And then there Panditji, another Hanumanji standing. And then to that Panditji we tell, Panditji, bhog lagao. So Panditji opens that packet, keeps before Hanumanji, and mal nikal leta hai. And little bit of tulsi patra or moongfali he puts there. Lord. Thereafter you take it. And when you want to distribute, what do you distribute it as? Sweets? Prasad. Now, what is the meaning of prasad? These are all simple things, but we hardly know about it. When we have offered it to the Lord, we have removed our possessiveness about that object. Mamata is gone. This is my prasad. No, it is given up to Bhagwan. Now it is his. Then Bhagwan doesn't take anything. Why? Purnamadaha, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate. He is infinite. He is complete. In the infinite, nothing can be added. So he doesn't take anything. Now what is the position of that thing? Now it is in Prakriti and not owned by anything. Anything which is not owned by anybody is prasad. Air is a prasad for us. Water is a prasad for us. We can't own air. We can't own anything in this world. We cannot own our own body. Our body is created by our parents. If somebody has the first right on the body, it is our parents, not ourselves. See, friends. So prasada, this is the meaning of prasad. When we give up the ownership and accept the things as a gift of God, that is called a prasad. So, prasada vanigacchati. Such a person, he who has given up his ownership, everything, then he is at peace himself. The second thing. When we get prasad, what happens to us? See? Once I went to the Bed Dwarka in Gujarat. We got up early morning as usual at 4 o'clock and I was ready by 5 o'clock. Now my friends, they were still lingering around. I said, hey, are you ready? Yes, Swami, we are ready. I said, let's go then. No, but that temple opens at 10 o'clock. I said, no, it may be open in the morning. Let's try. Simply lingering on the bed, let's go there. So we went. And when we reached there, the last boat was going and we somehow got into it. And when we reached the other side, the taxi fellow said that if you want to go, come quickly. Now it is going to close. So we just jumped into the taxi, reached somehow. And at the gate, the watchman said, Shab chodo yahan, leave everything here. The temple is going to be closed in another 2 minutes. So we left everything with the watchman and ran inside. And did namaskar to Bhagwan Krishna. And when we got prasad, so happy we were. Now what has made us happy? Running. And what is the meaning of prasad? First, prasad means whatever comes to us, we accept it respectfully. Second thing, we do not want to improve the prasad. If you go to Gurudwaras, real prasad, if you want to eat, go to Gurudwaras. They take nice handful of halwa and then they give. Not like a small little spoon and little bit prasadi. And the spoon which is used for cleaning the ear. That spoon, take this. What kind of daridri prasad it is? So they will be giving a huge prasad. And when they give, do we say, Saji, edenal thoda achar pado? Nahi, we don't say that I want something to be added to the prasad. So prasad we accept as it is, we don't want to improve upon it. The third thing, we do not reject prasad. Three things. And four things, we feel blessed. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hani rasyopajayate. This attitude towards everything that is happening in our life is called as prasada buddhi. Friends, if you look within sincerely, you will come to know there are many more people in this world who are far superior than us in every field, yet they are at a lower level and we are at a higher level. It is not that we deserve, it is the blessing and the grace of the Lord. What we have today, we are here. Once we become aware of that, the arrogance of possessions and success will not contaminate our mind. Therefore, here the teacher says, Prasade sarva dukkhanam hani rasyopajayate prasanna chetaso yashu buddhi pariyavatishtete. And when you are thus, Prasade sarva dukkhanam hani upajayate, all your miseries are dissolved with this attitude of prasad. Now this attitude of prasad, I tell you two ways. One school child asked me this question. Swamiji, you talk double standard. I said, how? Please tell me. I'll correct myself. When something bad happens in our life, we are told it is your prarabdha. In the last life you have done something wrong, therefore you are getting punishment. Okay, we agree. When something good happens in our life, then I have done it. See, so why this double standard? I said, look here, if you want to get out of this catch, the simple thing is to remove out of it. If we get something in our life, what we were aiming at, understand that is the God's grace, so that the ego will not take out his good. Whatever we are achieving is efforts plus the divine blessings. In the 18th chapter, Bhagavan brings this topic. Adhishthanam tatha karta karanam cha pruthak vidham vividha cha pruthak cheshta daivam chaivatra panchamam. These are the 5 factors which are responsible for fulfilling our life. Adhishthanam, the body, karta, the doership, karanam, the instrument, vividha cheshta, the efforts. You may have all of them. Daivam chaivatra panchamam. Divine touch is necessary if we have to achieve something in life. See, friends, when the same thing is told from the physics point of view, then we appreciate. But when we are told this way, we don't appreciate. Perception of an object depends on the perceiver. If your mind is at peace, everything is beautiful. If your mind is disturbed, everything is horrible. Therefore, the real spiritual practice, according to Gita, the Gita Yoga is mind your mind. So, prasade sarva dukkhanam hani rasyopajayate. Now, prasanna chetasa yashu buddhi pariyavatishtete. Such a person with a cheerful disposition, alone he can think of something higher. A person who is all the time thinking, I wish I get new pair of shoes, I wish I get a new Fitbit, other people have, I don't have. You can never be happy in life. See? Jehi vidhi rakhe Ram, tehi vidhi rahiye. Have minimum demands, you will be always at peace. Okay. Now here the teacher says, Nasti buddhi ayuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana nacha bhavaita shanti ashantasya kuta sukham. Gita Yoga. These are the 3-4 things, please understand. Nasti buddhi ayuktasya. Yukta means the one who practices yoga. Yogi, when you use the word yuja and make the krudanta, it becomes yukta. So, nasti buddhi ayuktasya. He who is not practicing this happy yoga. Remain ever cheerful and happy. Even if you are miserable, don't justify that I am, no. Even if somebody, how are you? I am fine. It should be our default setting. But what happens if somebody asks us a question, we take a revenge, batata. And then we start our miseries. Friends, don't talk your miseries to anybody in this world. By that you will increase them, because you are watering it, you are fertilizing it by talking again and again. Dissolve and digest your miseries with only wisdom. Who doesn't have difficulties and problems in life except the dead body? If you have got problem, congratulate, you are still alive. Mare nahi abhi. See, anything you take. I remember one experience of mine in Delhi. I used to stay in a Bengali colony, Chittaranjan Park. And in the morning I used to go for my talk. So that time these Bengali ammas, they will be going with their dog in the morning for a morning walk. Instead of God leading them in the morning, the dog used to lead. Dog lovers. And then the dog also, he will not like to go anywhere. He will go smelling his own electric post. And when that dog comes to that electric post starts crying, oh God, dog has again come early in the morning. And then he will go there and do Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. Who doesn't have problems in life except the dead body? Everybody has. Therefore, accept it cheerfully and happily. So, nasti buddhi ayuktasya. And when you are disturbed, here buddhi means understanding. A disturbed person cannot understand anything. For your studies, I will suggest you this thing. When you are studying and in one go, if you are not able to understand, drop the book. Relax. Go for a little walk. Wash clothes. Listen to some music. Become fresh. And then read. Otherwise, you keep on reading the same thing. Nasti, 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 nasti. And nothing will happen. Mind should be receivable. And that is possible only if your mind is at peace. Nasti buddhi ayuktasya. We have to know this knack. Then, nacha yuktasya bhavana. Now this is another most important part of your spiritual life. Bhavana is what we think ourselves, that we become. See? That is the bhavana. Presently what we are thinking, I am body, I am man, I am woman, I am young, I am old, I am beautiful, I am awful, I am intelligent, I am dumb. And slowly you become that. Contrary to that, if you insist, no, I am not miserable, I am happy, I am happy. Practice this happy mantra. Don't justify you are miserable. 6th chapter Bhagavan will give us that mantra. See? When the miseries come in our life, we refuse to be miserable. That is the mantra. And when you start it again and again, slowly, everything will start changing. Friends, the quality of your mind is reflected on the quality of your skin. A frustrated, depressed, dejected, angry man or a woman, they have got a very uncomfortable skin. Because these all things are connected together. And the skin doesn't mean the color of the skin, but the texture of the skin. The texture of the skin determines the quality of the mind. You see the great Mahatmas, their skin, their body is so soft, like a small baby. It's not that they are doing nothing, it's because their mind is at peace. Therefore, nasti buddhi ayuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana. Now see the bhavana, what it means. We'll do one small experiment. When we do this bhavana, then I am a daughter or a brother or a son. Now by this bhavana, you sit for a few minutes. I am daughter or I am son. Now by this bhavana, see what thoughts are coming. Thoughts are coming about your parents. This is only bhavana. Now stop this bhavana, second bhavana. I am sister or I am brother. See, related thoughts are coming. Now do this bhavana. I am nobody. The moment you practice this, I am nobody, you don't have to struggle for yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Practice only this bhavana. When you sit for your meditation, sit down, pray to the Lord, and immediately, at this moment, I am nobody. That's it. Initially, you will be able to be in that bhavana for 5 seconds. Slowly 10 seconds. Slowly you will increase. And when you do this bhavana, you are at peace. Friends, mind cannot think without a reference point. Some reference is required. And what are the references that we have? Body is the reference. So when I say I am a son or a daughter, I am a brother or sister, reference is the body. And in deep sleep, when body reference is not there, there is no thought. Think. Therefore, this bhavana is one of the most potent instruments of spiritual life. Nasti buddhi ayuktasya. Such a disturbed person, neither can he understand anything, nor can he do the bhavana. Then, nacha bhavayata shanti. If you are not able to practice this, you cannot be at peace. And ashantasya kuta sukham. A person who is not at peace, how can he be happy? Can we say, hey, I am extremely disturbed, but I am very happy? No. They are together. Happiness and peace are not separate. They are the two names of the same thing. And therefore, in the next verse, Bhagavan says, Indriyanam vicharatam yanmano nuvidhiyate tadasya harati pradyam vayurnama yuvambasi. So he who is thus carried away by the vagaries and the moods of the sense organs, and his mind is completely looted away by the sense organs, then his wisdom is taken away, like in the ocean, huge winds can take away the boat to here and there. In the same manner, our mind can loot away everything, the peace of our mind. Therefore, Tasmad yasya mahabaho nigruhitani sarvashaha indriyani indriyarthebhyaha tasya prajna pratishtita. He is a man of steady wisdom. Yasya indriyani nigruhitani sarvashaha. He who is all faculties are completely controlled. And yesterday I told you, all faculties take only one, and that is the tongue. About eating, give minimum choice. Do not talk unwanted. Caw, 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 poultry farm. No, cool. See? These are all essential things. Our tongue, as a organ of taste, rasana, becomes first activated in life. A small little child, 2 years, he says, I don't want milk, I want coffee. Useless fellow. But he has a choice. I don't like this, I don't like that. And the tongue is the one which becomes defunct at the end. One old man on the deathbed, and the doctor told his sons, take care now, whatever desire he has got, fulfill it, because now there is no chance that he will continue, it's all over. So the children say, Babuji, doctor told this way, now if you have got some last desire, please tell us, we'll try to fulfill your desire. Now that Babuji says, these doctors did not allow me to eat for last one month. Anything, don't eat this, only giving injections. Now I want to eat, only somehow get one nice chicken. And the last word was chicken, and he dies. Next effect, next life he will be born as a chicken. Caw, 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 caw. It's the rule. Last thought is the blueprint for the next life. See, friends, because the tongue is not under our control. This is one extreme. Other extreme, the same tongue for talking. How many years it takes for us to talk? 3 years, 4 years, we can learn talking. How many years it takes to learn not to talk? Bole ja rahe. I should not say, but who asked you? This thing I learned from one great Mahatma in Badrinath. That Amma has changed my life to a great extent. It was many years before. There used to be one old Amma, Nepali Amma, Bhagwati Amma, and she was treating me like her child. So I used to take darshan and come and lie in her lap, and she used to play with my beard, and we used to have nice time. She used to give me nice sweets and tea and all that. So therefore she was good. One day I came from the temple and I was lying there. I said, Amma, I have decided to stop giving lecture. Enough of giving lectures. I don't want to give any further lectures. She started laughing. I said, Mama, why are you laughing? Is it a joke or what? She said, it is a better joke. How? She said, who asked you this question? Whether you want to give lectures or you don't want to give lectures. Who asked you? Did God ask you? Did anybody ask you? Why do you talk when nothing is asked? That was the biggest instruction I got in my life. How many times we talk? There is no need. If you want to understand the mathematics of it, 8 hours of physical work, energy consumption is required for 1 hour of sensible talk. Those who are giving talks, they understand this. Then 8 hours of speech, energy consumption, requirement is for 15 minutes of contemplative thinking. Higher and subtler is the quality of your life, more is the energy consumption. But if we waste our energy in all this rubbish in this world, how can we ever think about something higher? See? The High Court judges and Supreme Court judges, they don't have working hours like us, 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. No. They work only for 2 or 3 days, and each day maximum for 3 and 4 hours. That's it. Because they are not doing a physical work. It's a contemplative work. See, here only it happened, either here or some other ashram. I was talking to the students, Upanishad, and there was one gentleman who used to come and sit. And after 3-4 days he said, Swamiji, why are you torturing the children? It is so difficult. Let them play, go and have some volleyball or like that, Then I said, who will study this? Anybody can study. I said, okay, I'll send the boys to do the labor's work and send the laborers here. They should listen. Okay, I'll do that. He went. The labor said, we always feel pity on the students. They keep on listening, and we cannot listen even for 5 minutes. How they do, we do not know. Friends, physical work is a very gross thing. As you become subtler and subtler, higher contemplation requires more energy. And therefore, energy is wasted because of our sense organs are not under our control, organs of action are not under our control, mind is in a chaos. Such a disintegrated personality, how can he be steady, wise in life? And therefore, tasmadesya mahabaho nigruhitani sarvashaha indriyani indriyarthebhyaha tasya prajna pratishtita. He who is no more a victim of the worldly objects, but he is at peace with himself, his wisdom alone is steady. Now this verse, 69th verse, is very confusing, those who do not know the scriptural way of studying. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sayyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato munehe. The word is sayyami. Go to your Patanjali. When you are done, the dharana, dhyan, samadhi. After that, what is the sutra? Trayam ekatra sayyamaha. So what is the real yoga? Start from the yama. Yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahara, dharana, dhyan, samadhi and sayyamaha. The real yoga is concluding, not in chitta vritti nirodha. The real yoga concludes in sayyamaha. The mind is not a problem. When we do not know how to utilize the mind, when we are the victims of the mind, then it is a problem. See? And that has to be understood, that has to be learned. And therefore, here the teacher says, Yanisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sayyami. That which is unavailable to the average people, that is available to the wise man. Who is a sayyami? He whose mind is controlled from 3 levels. Many of us always complain about the disturbed mind. There was one student in one medical college, after my talk, came with this problem. My mind is very disturbed. Please tell me how to control it. I said, you please define what is the meaning of disturbed mind. I said, you are a student of medicine. You tell me, what do you mean by disturbed mind? Mind is disturbed. I said, then control. See, we only say mind is disturbed. Please define what is a disturbed mind. Here comes Patanjali to our help. Mind disturbed means our mind runs in 3 parameters. Either the mind runs from place to place. You are sitting over here and you think about, Bombay is having heavy rains. My house is there, I don't know what is going to happen there. So the mind runs from place to place. Second thing, mind runs from time to time. You are sitting here and you suddenly go back. There, we were there. I think it was about 20 years before. 20 years before it could be. You are not here. You are gone with the mind. And third thing, the object. We see something and we remind it. Hey, I have seen you somewhere. No, Swamiji, I have never seen you. Maybe somebody was looking like you. In short, our mind runs in time, space and object. If you have to control the mind, Trayam ekatra sayyamaha. If you have to control the mind, you have to work on all the three fronts. That is the meaning of Sayyami. So how do we do that? Fix your mind in a place. Dharana is for controlling the mind with reference to the place or the space. So sit quiet and do this bhavana that you have brought your mind in the spiritual heart. Don't bring it in the bloody heart. The spiritual heart is the center point of your sternum. That is the spiritual heart. So you sit and bring the mind over here. Do not allow it to go anywhere, remain there. Then dharana, dhyana. Dhyana is vastu pradhan. In dhyana you take some object. Not too many objects, only one object. So you are brought your mind in your sternum, in your spiritual heart, and keep there Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Not a statue, the living one. So the mind is tied down by two ropes. One place, second object. That is dhyana. So we have done dharana, dhyana. What is the third one? Samadhi. What is samadhi? Hold the mind in the same place, on the same object for a longer period of time. When these three things are practiced simultaneously for a long period of time, we are trying to help and control our mind. Normally we complain about the mind. We don't work on the mind. Complaining is not the way to solve the problems. So when you are sitting quiet, just do it right now. Bring your mind in the center. This is the point, center point where the floating ribs join together. Don't allow the mind to go anywhere. Then keep any object of your love, Bhagavan Krishna, as I say, and hold it for next 2 minutes. Over. Out of these 2 minutes, if you are able to achieve even for 10 seconds, it's a great achievement. Then one important thing should happen. Stop complaining about the mind. See? This is the yukti. Nasti buddhi ayuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana. So, ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagarti sayyami. So, this sayyami, what we have done is the act of a sayyami. So, where average people are lost in this world. They are not aware of their own divine nature. So, where the average people are not aware of their own divine nature, there the wise man is awakened. He is living in the same world where everybody is living. Think. And this world of relative existence, which is so real and solid for the ignorant person, to that relative world, the wise man is indifferent. This world has always been like this. Don't worry. Don't become too disturbed. You will remain at peace, and that is the Gita Yoga. And the best part is, you don't require anything except your proper thinking ability. If you can think properly, as you think, so you are. You think that you are unfortunate, yes, you are unfortunate. You think you are happy, you are happy. As you think, Bhagavad Gita, 17th chapter, yoya shraddhaha sa eva saha. You are that what you think you are. See, friends, this is the power of our mind. But instead of working on that, we work on everything except on our mind. So, ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sayyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato munehe. Pashyato munehe, he who is awakened to his essential nature, he is living in this divine mode all the time. And he will not be having any abnormality. See, knowing the truth doesn't mean you get the two horns and a tail behind. No, the same way. But our way of interacting with the given situation changes. You must have seen, there are some people who drive, and they not only drive, but they make everybody miserable in the car and miserable outside the car. Because they are not perfect in their driving skills. And those who are professional drivers, they are comfortable, relaxed, nothing disturbs them. In the same manner, the wise man has understood the mechanics of his mind. And therefore, wherever he goes, he is at peace. Nothing disturbs him or her. This is the Gita Yoga. Don't justify you are miserable. You don't have to become happy. We have seen it. You don't have to become happy. You have to express happiness. See? It happened probably in Dehradun. I was going by a car for my lecture, and my hostess daughter, maybe 6-7 years, she had her friend. So she told me, Swamiji, today my friend has come. I said, hey, how are you? I said, what kind of reply this? Tell, when I ask you, how are you? You say, I am on the top of the world. Okay? Quite. I said, okay, now I ask you a question. Now tell me, okay? The same reply which I taught you. No other reply. So I will ask you, how are you? You have to tell whatever I told. I said, ready? How are you? I am on the top of the world. Is this the way? The word should carry the meaning, is it not? How are you? Jinda hai, phir maro na. See, friends, don't seek pity from people. Don't seek sympathy from the world. This happens only because we are not at peace with ourselves. We want to prove something. I am someone extraordinary, dumb. See? Therefore, the crux of this whole Gita Yoga is in the 70th verse. Please repeat after me. Apuryamānamacala pratishtham samudramāpa pravishanti yadvata tadvat kāmāyam pravishanti sarve sashantimāpnoti na kāmakāmi. Sa shantim apnoti, he attains peace. Na kamakami, not the one who is constantly carrying the burden of the desires. I want this, I want that, constantly want. There was a Mahatma, and one person went to him and said, Sir, I want peace. I want peace. Please give me, I want peace. Mahatma said, stop for a moment. Remove the I and remove the want. What remains? Is it not our day-to-day experience? I want this, I want that. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Relax. But our demands and desires have no limit. See, about desires and demands, I tell you how prosperous people spoil their children. There was a king, and one day the meeting was going on, and a message came. The king's son, he was crying for something. So the message came to the king became angry. Rajkumar is crying, what he wants, give him. So the minister said, sir, the children cry, it's okay, it doesn't matter. No, he is not an ordinary child, he is a king's son, Rajkumar. Call him here. Rajkumar, Then the king said, dear, what do you want? I want a buffalo. Okay, get a buffalo for him. What is the problem? Buffalo is brought in the congregation of all the people. Moment buffalo come again. Now beta, what do you want? Get green grass for him. Get grass. Such simple things you cannot fulfill for my son. He is a royal child. Green grass comes. Again, now what do you want? Feed the grass to the buffalo. So grass was fed to the buffalo. Buffalo was surprised, kya ho raha hai? And when the buffalo was eating the grass, again, now what happened? No, milk the cow, buffalo. So see, simple things you can't do. Again, the man came and started milking. And when that was, again, now what happened? Put the milk back in the buffalo. So the king said, give him one heart and throw him out. Desires cannot be fulfilled in life. You have to transcend the desires. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Ram, Ram, Ram. Learn to have minimum possessions. Travel light in life. Don't carry huge burdens. We not only have the worldly possessions, but we have the memories of the past. Therefore, please remember this practice you try. This is one thing I have practiced sincerely. Don't ask anybody about their past. तुम कहाँ से आए, क्यों आए, कब पैदा हुए थे, कैसे पैदा हुए थे, नॉर्मल डिलीवरी? What is the need? We don't require all that. Similarly, don't talk about yourself. People will ask you, like when I move, people ask me so many questions. Remember one principle. You are not obliged to answer every question in the world. Change the topic. And if somebody is insisting, then you tell, no, I don't talk about this. Over. Why I am insisting on this is only for one reason. Past belongs to your body, not to you. Your body was born, not you. Your body started growing vertically. When it touched the ceiling, then it started growing horizontally. You are the same. Think. But when we keep on bringing the past in the present, we are destroying the spiritual stamina. There is na kama kami. So, apuryamanam achalam pradishtam, like the millions of gallons of water is poured in the ocean every moment, yet the ocean doesn't get excited or depressed. In the same manner, a person with no desires, he will always remain at peace. But a person who is carrying a burden of all kinds of possessions, he can never be at peace. Therefore, my dear friends, please remember, don't bring your past in the present and destroy. This is what oldies don't understand. Remember one principle. Nobody is interested in our past. People are interested in their future. But when a oldie like me goes, what can he talk? Jab hum bacche the, who cares? See friends, this living in the present, therefore the mantra which I gave you, repeat. Wherever I am, whenever I am, whatever I am, I shall be 100%. Add one more word. Wherever I am, whenever I am, whatever I am, I shall be 100% happy. You have learned Gita Yoga. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.